Hey guys, it's a new week. It's Friday, but it's a new, like, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, era of this vlog, as in I just posted one, so this is gonna be the first clip. And I have no manner in which I think you'd be able to see it. I don't think you can see what it is. Maybe if I'm lucky. Well, anyway. We're going to, let's see, I guess I have to do like this. We're going to a couple bars tonight. I am being sexualized at the moment, and that's why.
My dad watches
I'm vlogging from my phone because my camera broke. Like, it corrodes files now. It can't save videos, which is probably what I get for getting a $30 camera. Today is Barrister's Ball. It's basically law school prom. And yeah, I can't like stop looking. You know what I hate about this is that the camera now is smaller than me. So my incentive to not look at myself is like 0. But anyway, I'm excited. I'm wearing this coat. And I'm really excited. I don't have a date. I'm just going with some pals, but definitely should be fun. So. That we always go to.
In daylight.
We're seeing it in daylight.
For the very first time.
Who knew?
It looks really pretty, actually.
Okay.
Say hi.
Hi.
Hi, Sam's new camera.
Hey, camera.
Is there a pretty effect on us?
No. Oh, look at that puppy. Look at the puppers. Oh, stop. It's really just for Drakey. Okay, I want to do 2 book reviews. I'm sitting on my balcony right now, and there's people walking by, which is a little cringe, but whatever. My balcony, I can do what I want on it. But anyway, I'm going to do 2 book reviews. I don't even have the books with me because I'm home and they're in my apartment. I'm just home for a couple days for spring break, and then I'm going back up with the twins on Wednesday. But the 2 books, one I really loved, one I really hated. First one was, I'm going to just show you because I don't have it, was 10 Minutes and 38 Seconds in This Strange World by Elif Shafak. And this book was really, really good. So basically, I won't give too much away, but sort of the through line of the novel is kind of about all these different marginalized people in Istanbul, and kind of the way they all sort of come together, that even though that a lot of their families have abandoned them because of sort of who they are and the nature of their culture, they sort of kind of create like a found family. And I really loved the way the book kind of made Istanbul its own like bright, thriving character. And there's one quote I want to read to you, which is from a chapter called Humaira's Story. It says, growing up in a land so ancient and troubled, she was surrounded on all sides by remnants of history, ruins upon ruins. Listening to the endless legends of heroism and tales of love had made her homesick for a place that no longer existed. Strange as it was, it seemed to her that the border, where Turkey came to end and Syria began, was not a fixed dividing line, but a living, breathing thing, a nocturnal creature. And that was my favorite line from the book. And I think that's a really good example of how it's written and sort of the writing style, which is really effective. I mean, there was like multiple instances where I was crying and the book made me cry. It's really, really, really sad, but it kind of balances a lot of like, you know, really awful heartbreak in this world with a bit of kind of lightheartedness and this kind of idea that you just have to keep going no matter what sort of happens to you. And it truly is a book about survivors. So literally 5 out of 5 stars. I absolutely recommend you read. Look it up. It's amazing. I honestly just like plucked it randomly from a bookshelf at Barnes & Noble's and was like, okay, I'm going to read this. And it really has been phenomenal. And then the second book I read was Daisy Jones and the Six by Taylor Jenkins Reid, which me and Astrid have talked about extensively how much we low-key hated the book. It's really popular too on TikTok, and a lot of my favorite YouTubers, Claudia Sulewski being one, read it and loved it. So me and Astrid were both like, is it us? Like, what's wrong with us? Because I just found the book to be very cliche, very predictable. Not really any of the characters seem to have that much emotional depth. Everything about the characters and who they were super predictable. You're supposed to love this character Camilla. I found her incredibly cringy. And the only thing I think I enjoyed about the book was I did sort of enjoy her take that she refuses to leave her husband because she's like, oh, I stick by my man. Like, you don't get to ruin my life. Like, I want to love you, so you need to be the man that I want you to be. And I liked that take on it as opposed to, like, it just being never-ending loyalty. It was more about, you are the life that I've envisioned for myself, and you can't take away my dream from you being stupid. So I liked that, but I did think she was like a bit of a doormat. Even if her philosophy of what she's doing is different, the actions that she's doing are still stupid, in my opinion. I didn't feel attached to any of these characters. I didn't feel like Daisy Jones was anything more than like a stereotypical manic pixie dream girl. Like, I just found everything about the book to be very stereotypical. Where, kind of, to compare it to the other book that I was just talking about, 10 Minutes, everything about that book is not what you'd expect, and you read it and these characters are so, you don't even get that much characterization for some of the characters, and they're so palpably alive because there's like a real beauty into the way that they're characterized. Like, it really feels like she took a lot of time to sort of carefully create characters and sort of the way not only kind of the character of Istanbul itself kind of impacts them in different ways, but also their views in the world and how they sort of reconcile their various views of the world. Like, 2 of the characters, one is super, super, super pious, and the other one is like very irreverent, and the way that those 2 sort of interact and kind of learn to accept and understand the various ways that they view the world is just so much more engaging and intriguing than just like, here's a cookie cutter manic pixie dream girl and here's a fucking carbon copy of like Mick Jagger, except he's married, and Vamoosh. Like, I'm supposed to feel nostalgic. This isn't, first of all, obviously I can't feel nostalgic. I didn't live at the time that the book is set in, but just in a really big way, it didn't invoke any emotion with me. I wasn't rooting for Daisy Jones's sobriety. I wasn't rooting for any of the relationships. It just felt very stagnated. However, I am really looking forward to the show. I hope the show gives it a little more oomph. Like, I read the Gossip Girl books and those were good, but the Gossip Girl show was like great to me. So I'm hoping it's one of those situations. Like, I know Suki Waterhouse is playing Karen. I'm really excited about that. But anyway, those are my 2 thoughts. Please, for the 3 people who watch these, leave me book recommendations because I've been like reading like a fiend as of late. And I just finished my last book that I purchased at Barnes & Noble's. So I need book recommendations. So please comment them or text me them. Thank you. What do you think?
Interesting. People are gonna watch this and they're like, shot.
They're gonna be like, oh my god, I can't believe George Clooney is like hanging out with her.
Is young George Clooney or old Robin?
On the beach. Just girly things.
Letter B.
We just watched the